Hello everybody, this is Carrie here, and in this video I'm going to talk about dialogues with homonyms and words with multiple meanings, which you will probably encounter in the short dialogues part of the listening section on the TOEFL. Uh, some key vocabulary you should be familiar with as you listen to this video are the words synonym, paraphrase, and homonym. If you're not familiar with these words, pause the video at this time and just look them up real quickly so you are familiar with them when I talk about them later. Okay, let's move on. So, dialogues with homonyms. What is this all about? Well, first of all, we should talk about what homonyms are. And homonyms are words with the same pronunciation but different spelling and different meaning. Some examples include flower and flower. Exactly the same pronunciation, but here flour is something that you bake with, that you make bread with, and here flower is the thing that grows out of the ground that usually is pretty and colorful. Also we have bear and bear. Bear here is an adjective, and bear here could be the animal, the bear, or the verb to bear. Also, we have would, which is a noun, or would, the modal verb. So exact same pronunciation, but a different meaning. So some of the incorrect answer choices may contain a homonym, which is the same word that you hear in the audio, but actually it's a different word as it is spelled out in the answer. So let's take a look at. Why don't you pause the video for a second and just read the short dialogue and look at the answer choices. As you may have noticed, the dialogue contains the word week, meaning a 7-day period. The choices A and C refer to a homonym of that word, weak, okay, which means not strong. Now the dialogue also contains the word flu, which is an illness similar to a bad cold. And choice D refers to a homonym of that word, flew, which is a verb meaning to take a trip by a plane. So here is a homonym, here is another homonym, and this is another word that sounds like one of the words which we'll see in the next section of this video. Words, actually, I'm sorry, this is something that we'll see in another video related to sound confusion. Okay, so let's take another look here. Dialogues can contain some words with multiple meanings as well. So, like the previous example, we have words that sound the same but mean different things. In this case, we're talking about words that are spelled exactly the same. In fact, they're the same written word, but they have a different meaning. So some examples are the noun stick, which is like a piece of wood, or the verb stick, which means sticky, to stick to something, like a sticky note. Also, the verb lie, which means to not tell the truth, like Pinocchio, or to lie, as in to lie down, the verb. So again, these are words that are spelled exactly the same and pronounced the same, but have a different meaning. So, for example, here is another sample from the TOEFL test. Pause the video and just read the dialogue and the answer choices really quick. Okay, so in this dialogue, we have the word right, meaning correct, and the word letter, meaning a character in the alphabet. Choices A and D also contain the word letter, but in those choices, the word has another definition, a different meaning. It means a message sent through the mail. And choice C also contains the word right, but in that choice, it refers to the direction. That is the opposite of the direction left. Okay, so here we have a word with multiple meanings, and here again. So, some strategies for dealing with homonyms and words with multiple meanings. You should try to understand the overall meaning of the dialogue. Also, try to focus on synonyms and paraphrases of what you hear instead of the exact same word. And don't focus on just single words. Focus on the overall message and the sentence. Also, pay attention to the context. Okay, what is the situation that they're speaking about, or what is the setting that they're speaking in? This will help you eliminate unlikely answer choices. Okay, so now I'd like you to do a little bit of practice, and this will kind of combine the video about sound confusion and some of what you learned about in this video. So I'd like you to open up the link to the video under the label TOEFL Listening Practice Sound Confusion on our Canvas page. Listen to the short dialogues in the video and write down your answers. You just have to write the letter. And I'd like you to bring your answers into class so we can review them together. Okay, so I will see you soon. Bye bye.